Action, suspense, comedy.
We haven't broken any rules.
We love watching movies and TV shows, but
we're seeing lots of changes in how people are consuming media, mostly fueled by the pandemic.
Dr. Andy Draper is the co-host of the Off-Script Film Review podcast, and he says COVID's making studios rethink everything.
Studios are in this weird place where they have new content, but they don't know how to bring it to the consumer, and so they're experimenting with new ways to get that to people.
We're running down the changes and sorting out what's temporary and what might stick long term. For starters, streaming has exploded during COVID.
It's up at least 30% across the board.
Even previously reluctant demographics have joined in.
Older generations are starting to get more into streaming, and most people have added at least one new streaming service during the pandemic.
And more streaming's on the way.
Everyone's trying to get a piece of the streaming pie. Netflix has 150 million subscribers. Disney is up over 50 million. CBS is up over 8 or 10, which they've already hit their goal. So I think we might see some more streaming services in the years to come.
And this pandemic-driven boost is likely permanent. The pandemic has also accelerated the trend that movies will move more quickly to video on demand, led by a recent groundbreaking deal.
So Universal and AMC struck this historic new deal to really shorten the distribution window for new films. It used to be a full 90 days between when a film was released to when it was available to rent or buy. Now this new deal says that after as short as 3 weeks, a film will be available for a premium video on demand. That means a $20 rental after just 3 weeks.
AMC's the big dog in movie exhibition, so there's a pretty good shot the rest of the industry will follow suit. This is another pandemic change that's likely to be permanent. Finally, Disney made headlines with Mulan when they announced their blockbuster is going straight to streaming. To watch at home, you've got to be a Disney Plus subscriber.
Disney Plus costs about $7 a month, and you get their whole kind of back-end library.
Then pay extra to see Mulan.
They're charging an additional $30, which is expensive for 1 or 2 people, but their target market is families and family-friendly content. And it's not really a rental because you'll be able to watch it as many times as you want as long as you're subscribed.
The plan for Mulan was completely changed by COVID.
Disney is just trying to make up for loss of distribution, loss of revenue. Mulan was a $200 million film, and they're going to try and make their money back.
So, are we going to see more blockbusters going straight to streaming?
Disney really just wants this to be a one-off. They really just want to do this kind of experimental release with Mulan. Ideally, theaters will open and people will be able to go back, and that's where they'll prefer to release them.
Let's check the big board. This change is temporary. Because streaming's great, but so is going to the movies.
You can't really replace the theatrical experience. It's very communal. You have the giant screen, larger-than-life sound, comfortable seats. There's still something about going to the theater with a large group of people and having a great time.
The future of watching movies and shows is at the top of the list.